Hello brothers and sisters of 2158. Today I would like to introduce to all of you our new contribution and reward system, which goes live this KVK. This video will be split into 3 sections. In section 1 we will look at what the system is and how your contribution will be measured. In section 2, here we will explore the reward system. In section 3, we will provide you with a summary of the benefits of this new system to our kingdom. The new contribution system we have introduced is called ROK Killing Points, which we will abbreviate to RKP for the purposes of this video. They will intend to measure a player's T4 and T5 kills as well as a player's T4 and T5 deads. Each measure will contribute to a different value of points, which is displayed as follows. A single tier 4 kill will give you 1 point. A single tier 5 kill will give you 3 points. A single tier 4 dead will give you 6 points. A single tier 5 dead will give you 12 points. But you may be asking, how are these points going to be used? Well, every member in this kingdom will have a points target level they require to reach in order to pass the kingdom's contribution check. This is calculated based on the power of the player at the beginning of the KVK and the number of cumulative fights the kingdom engages within during the course of a KVK cycle. The council will be responsible for setting these limits. This whole sequence is defined as the RKP target. Failure to reach or surpass your RKP target will lead to punishment from the council, unless there is a legitimate reason for being unable to reach this target which has been approved by the council. I will give you an example to consolidate what has been covered so it is clear how this works. Say there are 4 players in the kingdom. One is 150 million power, the next is 100 million power, and the next is 85 million power, and lastly the other player is 65 million power. And the council has decided that the RKP requirement or target is going to be 40% of the player's power. So if we look at 2 of the players, so we can show what their RKP target will be. So for the 150 million power player, 40% of 150 million is 60 million. So they will need to reach 60 million RKP, or we can just say 60 million points to pass their contribution check. And then if we look at another example of one of these players, the 100 million power player would need to reach 40 million RKP, as 40% of 100 million is 40 million. So as we've just spoken about the 100 million power player, let's put them in the spotlight for the explanation of the next part. So if we consider the 100 million power player with their target RKP as 40 million, let's say they could hit 44 million RKP just by the following stats from their KVK. 5 million in tier 4 kills, 5 million in tier 5 kills, and 2 million in tier 5 deads. This will allow them to pass their contribution check as they've gone over the 40 million RKP target. And I'm sure you can agree with me that this is not too difficult to achieve, as most players get over 10 million total kills minimum each KVK, some getting this on the first day of fighting. As a hint to close this section, losing troops at rallies and garrisons during KVK is better than being asked to delete your troops after KVK as a form of punishment. You will always get 50% of your deads returned to you after KVK. You won't get any troops returned to you if you have had to delete them. But now, I know this is what you all really care about. How do we get rewarded for our contribution? So, all excess RKP earned over your RKP target is converted into a currency called RKP gap. The formula is as follows: RKP earned during your current KVK minus your RKP target equals your RKP gap. So from this formula you can see the higher your RKP earned is, the greater your RKP gap and currency will be. This currency is accumulative and will carry over to each new KVK until you wish to spend it. We have defined the cumulative nature of this currency as RKP accumulative gap. In simple terms, this is the total currency you hold. If we go back to our 100 million power player, they achieved 44 million RKP. Their target was 40 million. So if we put this into the formula, we can see they got a RKP gap of 4 million. So their current currency is 4 million. This currency then can be used to apply for the mightiest governor, allowing you to apply for any rank you wish depending on the cost of the rank you wish. Higher ranks will obviously cost more currency. Once you have bought a rank, the cost of that rank will be deducted from your total currency. Benefits of this system to 2158 is as follows. Everyone who contributes will be rewarded over time for their efforts. This allows smaller players in this kingdom who contribute during the wars ahead to unlock commanders they would never dream of unlocking in other kingdoms, with the potential of 180 heads for their chosen commander if they accumulate enough points over time. This system will always favour those players which remain in 2158 long term, as they are able to accumulate currency over many consecutive KVKs, whereas newer players to this kingdom are denied this treatment. Lastly, this system is fair to all. Everyone is measured against the same parameters. No one gets an advantage over the other. It is all about how you as a person wish to shine during a KVK. If you push yourself, the more points you will get and the higher your reward currency will be.